the formation of the National Wrestling Alliance in 1948. The NWA as a central governing body, with its singular, undisputed world champion, would be absolute and undeniable. This control, combined with the expansion of the interstate highway system, and the inevitable popularity and availability of regional television, would usher in an era of wrestling that was defined by what would come to be known as the territory system. The territory system would dominate wrestling for nearly 4 decades, while the borders, authority, popularity, and obedience of individual NWA territories was in a near constant state of flux. To this day, the impact and influence of these territories is still felt. Each territory had its own signature promoter and star. While it is impossible to cram these characteristics into a static, concrete map, we are damn sure going to try anyway.
So open up your eyes way before it gets too late. Now one man, there's no way you can hit the street lights running, don't give a damn. A simple explanation that you'll never find. Sinners never sacrifice. We never leave love alone. Is hate really worth the price? Look at what we've done. Never cared for compromise. Always threatening someone's life, and it feels like the end of the world.
All right, welcome back to This Week in Pro Wrestling. Even though the Pharaoh tells me not to number it, I am anyway. Episode 16.
Maybe. At this point, we probably lost count weeks ago. We're probably off by 1. Maybe we're exactly on.
Wait a minute.
Who the fuck knows?
But wait a minute. Last week was supposed to be on.
Yeah.
But you know we.
Well, that's delayed. It's on tape delay.
it was delayed, so
Yeah,
it'll be
yeah.
appearing
Wait a
this
minute.
week.
They're
along
always
with
on
this
tape
week.
delay. Wait
We're
a
gonna be
minute.
doubled up.
Yeah, we're
A little double action.
double cool.
Hey, you know what? There's a lot of videos coming out for us this week.
Okay.
We got this. We got the regular M&P show, and then
Right.
we got the Friday special.
Right. Yeah, we're busy.
And if anyone didn't know, you'll be watching this actually before we go on live.
Right.
But Bill
Okay.
Dundee canceled
Yes.
due to health issues.
Correct.
So in turn, we will have Agent Eric Sims in his spot, and then
Wow.
we have a 2-hour interview with PG-13.
All right. Faberific.
Faberific.
Yeah.
Not bad. Not bad.
Not at all.
All right. Well, so this week in pro wrestling, bro, you've been watching a lot of pro wrestling.
Oh
first of
yeah,
all?
tons. I've got all this time on my hands. Go on. What else you got?
So
Yeah.
everybody knows
I
that
always watch
Full Gear
wrestling.
is Saturday,
Uh-huh.
which is for these AEW guys, it's going to be a big deal.
Yeah.
Will you be getting that pay-per-view? Will you be buying that pay-per-view?
I'll find a way to see it.
How
How's
do you-
that sound?
Like, let me ask you, how do you do that?
What do you mean?
Like sometimes you can steal, not steal, but someone runs it.
Well, I don't want to give away all the secrets to these sorts of things, but in general, if you really want to
You
find
should
something,
share with me, man.
if you really want to find something, you usually can find it, but you better watch it right away because the internet police are going to come and pull it.
So you go onto YouTube looking for.
I've
and
seen
someone's
full.
got a camera.
I've seen full pay-per-views that somehow get through the cracks, and then 5 minutes later they are gone. If you didn't.
Gotcha.
However, and this
Not
is
that
where,
we're condoning.
I'm not condoning anything.
Pay-per-views.
I'm talking about experiences I've witnessed.
Sure,
I didn't say I'm the one
absolutely. No, I
watching it.
gotcha.
I've seen other people
Listen,
do
just put a disclaimer out. That's all. I'm
Yeah,
trying
that's
to
my
do.
disclaimer.
You never know what will happen.
It wasn't me, guys. It was other kids. Other kids did it. But the cool
You're a
part.
kid now.
Yeah. I'm a kid now. I've been a kid forever. What do you
You're
think?
a big kid now.
Hey, why do you wear that baseball cap, you dated old asshole? Well, I've been wearing this baseball cap for
someone write
35
that?
years.
Someone
Of
really wrote that?
course.
I
What are
didn't
you
know that.
talking about?
Anyway, so you can pirate pay-per-views.
I've seen it, even today. It's not like the old days with the special box that you used to.
Oh my God, that was the best. You had the button on the back, and you'd push it, and you'd get whatever you want.
Wow, vagina! Oh, never mind. What do you think half
So
those
you get your
people use that.
exercise going.
Yeah, there you
But
go.
anyway, so everybody knows Full Gear is, and we're going to cover a little Full Gear. But
All right.
the big news in this week in pro wrestling
Big
is
news.
Becky Lynch opens up about the real life relationship with Charlotte Flair.
Okay.
Becky Lynch was absent from WWE television in May of last year, but that changed when she made her shocking return to SummerSlam. Her return was controversial after she decimated Bianca Belair in SmackDown's women's title in 26 seconds.
Awesome.
And it seems like Lynch and Charlotte's relationship is not good at all. As a reporter earlier, she was interviewed today by, I think, Sports Illustrated, or maybe it was yesterday. Charlotte Flair had backstage heat on her as well after last month's incident with Becky Lynch. Couple of questions that SI asked.
Do you trust Charlotte Flair?
Well, hold on. Don't jump
What?
there. It's basically, do you talk to Charlotte anymore? And she says, I don't know, man. We don't talk. Oh, do you have heat with Charlotte? I don't know, man. We don't talk anymore. Then it says, do you trust Charlotte Flair?
Okay.
And Lynch says,
Nope.
and then are things difficult right now between you and Charlotte Flair?
Yes.
And then were you guys friends or no longer friends?
We used to be best friends. Boy, she's very short with these answers, by
And then
the way.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Talk
No.
about
Yes.
a really
Crest the rain.
in-
Crest.
uh,
I mean, what the? Not very detailed. Go
Our
on.
friend Bully Ray from Busted Open recently.
Our friend?
Well, your
You're
friend.
lying.
Stated
Yeah, I
that
like
he
Bully
doubts
Ray.
Charlotte Flair is difficult to work with. It was also said that Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch relationship has been rocky the last couple of years. We have to wait to see what will happen once these two clash at Survivor Series later this month. Pharaoh,
I really think it's a bunch of nonsense.
you think it's a work?
Yeah.
You think they're friends?
I don't think they're friends, but I think they're playing it pretty good. This alleged problem. I mean, I'm not really taking it that seriously. Do I think it's a wise move either way? I don't hear Vince discouraging this situation going public. I'll think about it for a minute. If this was really going on in the
Right.
back and stuff, do you think Vince would want this unless he felt it was profitable? But if Vince really didn't want this, wouldn't he tell him, "Hey, put a squash on this"?
Well,
What's
he'd be
this
an
crap?
idiot if he squashed it.
Yeah, I can't. This has got to be a work.
This has got WrestleMania main event written all over it.
Yeah.
So now what do you
does.
do here now?
What do you mean? What do you do?
Survivor Series. What are you gonna have a double count out? They just go at it and start pounding the crap out of each
Yeah, have them
other.
beat each other up for a little while. Either way, it's all good.
Can't have a decisive winner. You could ruin
Not if you
WrestleMania.
want to get till WrestleMania. No.
So you're booking now. This is actual.
WrestleMania is way off.
There's heat,
Yeah.
right? There's real heat. And again, you got to think there was real heat back in the day too between people, right?
Right, sure.
You know, two kings of the mountain fighting for the top, right? I mean, I'm sure a lot of people didn't like John Cena. I'm sure a
Well,
lot
in
of
this
people
case,
didn't
we're
like
talking
Hogan.
about the ladies. Don't you remember how many ladies hated Sable's guts?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, she was despised. But I don't think that Charlotte Flair. Look, even if Charlotte Flair is despised in the locker room, and let's pretend that it could be true that she thinks her shit don't stink,
Okay.
and everybody's jealous and resentful of her, it's way different than a Sable situation because Charlotte's the best wrestler in the room.
Oh,
what are you
absolutely.
going to do with that?
Gotta
That
respect
jerk? I mean, shut up
respect
and
it.
deal with it. Have you seen your paychecks lately?
It's
Shut
funny.
up and work
I'm
with it.
laughing like I think you said
I
last
don't
week or
know,
maybe
man.
2 weeks ago. You're like, Andrade, come on over to AEW. No, I don't think so.
shouldn't be laughing.
Just stay
Get
over
out of
there.
here. Yeah.
I'm okay. I love you, honey.
Right,
You
let me
stay
know
there.
how it goes.
I'll stay
El
here.
Idolo, or whatever you call yourself. Win. And I, like
this,
Andrade. I'm
I mean,
just
talk
fucking
about
around.
this
but-
could be. They better not. This fell into their lap. Man.
Yeah, it's all good.
You
I
can't-
don't, and even if it is real, it's still all good.
Well, it's even better if it's real because
yeah,
if
well,
it's
that would-
real,
wouldn't that be awesome?
every shot you're like, wait a
You're
minute, is that a
wondering.
receipt?
You're
Is that a
wondering.
receipt?
Right.
Is that a receipt?
Right.
And both of them can handle themselves.
Right. Right.
Wow.
Hey, the best shot in recent memory, and the guy's not with the company anymore, was when Brock decided to remind Braun Strowman, hey, dude, I'll mess your ass up. Boom! Remember that? Right in the
How
spine.
about when he drew color on Randy Orton?
I was
too?
at that. That was the most. That you know something? Boy, did they get me good. And I had brought Bart from Wisteria Hall, and he was just starting to go see wrestling events
Right.
live. And it's very exciting watching somebody get into wrestling for the first time, like the way we did.
Sure.
So we're there, and Lesnar, Orton, and I'm looking forward to a great match. And you figured it should be Orton, Lesnar. This should be insane.
Right.
But instead, Brock Lesnar starts beating him to death, and the blood. I'll never forget when the blood started pouring out of Randy's head. 20,000 people all at once gasped. Do you know what that sounds like? People were like, "Oh my God!" Like the color, and I was so angry. Boy, did they get me good. What a mark I am, or whatever you want, whatever term it is. I was bitching the whole way back to the subway station. How could they do that? Brock's an asshole. And I love Lesnar. He's in my top 10 all-time favorites.
Sure.
Randy might be getting there too. You know, I love Randy. Yeah. So I was just really, really pissed off. And as the years go by, I grow fonder and fonder of that moment. I saw history that night.
You did?
I believe that. And I was like, wow, they got me good. And I'm glad they did. But, getting back to that, yeah, if this is real, I'd like to see something like that.
So,
aren't I a masochist?
You've got the book. There is
Mm-hmm.
heat.
Yeah.
All right. What are you doing for Survivor Series? How's this match going to play out?
Boy, oh boy.
There can be a decisive winner, right? Because the titles aren't on the line.
Right, but I don't want one. I don't want a decisive winner.
Well, you got the book. Tell me what you're going to do.
I somehow want there to be some sort of stoppage where they just refuse to stop fighting.
So what are you talking, an hour Broadway? You're talking a 20-minute time limit draw?
I'm talking that it gets so out of control that the referee is forced to somehow just stop the match because they won't stop killing each other. Just one of those, where it's just an absolute brawl and it doesn't stop, and half the women have to come out to separate them and all that other stuff. I might do something like that. But if you gave me more time, I might be able to come up with something more creative. But in general, I'd like to just see them kill each other. I don't want to see a definitive winner.
Can't have a definitive winner. You'll destroy WrestleMania.
Pinfalls still mean a lot to me, And if you get pinned, it's like, you lost. That's it. You lost.
I think it means a lot to everybody.
Yeah,
it takes
I wonder
the bloom
though.
off the rose, right?
Yeah. They got to find a way to make it a no one loses nothing here, and it continues. Obviously, I'd have them just kill each other and just start beating on the referees when they try to stop them. Get the F out of here. You know what I mean? This is personal. You want to drive home the point that this is personal? Have them kill each other and say F the authority and F everybody, and everybody's coming out to pull them apart.
I think you have first 10 minutes of them going back and forth,
right?
Throwing everything at each other, and then it just gets totally out of control, like you said.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, got to stop the match. They're just killing each other. There's double count out. Again,
I would go for a nice
old-fashioned
double DQ.
Oh my God!
That's what I'm trying to say.
People. Oh my God!
Assault the referees. They won't listen to anyone.
About keep rolling all the way down the aisleway like the old school way, man, and out into the locker room.
And before you do that, please, the two women just at one point grab Pat McAfee and put him through a table.
That'd be pretty good.
In the middle of the whole thing, just for the hell of it, because McAfee will sell the shit out of it. I think it'd be
You're
great.
looking at one of the great announcers coming up.
I know, but I want to see it. Crazy.
All right, so for the AEW fans, 2021 AEW Full Gear card matches, start time, pay-per-view, and location and date. We'll start off with the championship match, my friend.
Go ahead.
AEW World Champion Kenny Omega, champion versus Adam Hangman Page. Mm-hmm. Page's character has been one of the best things since the inception of AEW. And now he's finally found his way to a title shot. I'll start you with this, Pharaoh, and then you take it from here. AEW's ratings are quickly falling down the mountain.
All right.
This is factual.
Okay. Go ahead.
Kenny Omega's your champion. Mm-hmm. We've spoken about this before. Right. I know you're a huge Seth Rollins fan. I always just say Seth Rollins. Mm-hmm. One of the worst ratings champions ever, and you argued that point when we first started.
Leave Seth alone, but go on.
But I'm just using this as a point.
Go ahead.
Is it time to put the belt on Adam Page? Mm-hmm. And really, I got to ask you, if Kenny Omega can't get your ratings, do you think you should put the belt on Adam Page?
I don't believe that Adam Page is going to be a better ratings draw than Kenny Omega. So does that answer the first part of this?
That does.
Okay. However, and I don't know why I feel this way. Maybe I just feel this way just from instincts, but it is Adam Page's time to be champion.
If you don't give him the championship, you've destroyed him.
I think you have.
Yes, I agree with you.
I think you
But
have.
you put the belt on him,
Yeah.
your ratings are going even worse.
I'm not sure. I would tend to think if they're going to go in a direction, they're going to go down. I agree. But I kind of feel like they're not going to go anywhere.
Or, well,
I
let me-
think
well,
they're
let me
going to
ask you
stay
this.
right where they are.
Or do we say
the
that
ratings
Adam Page is
You know?
a placeholder, like we've always had,
for
for Miro, and then eventually the ultimate, Bryan Danielson.
or Punk or someone like that.
I know you'd call Phil, you'd put Phil into the mix, but
I said Punk. I didn't even say CM Punk.
Okay.
So I'm just going or Punk.
so
You know.
do we say if they give the belt to Page,
Mm-hmm.
it's just a placeholder at the time?
Could be, but I guarantee you this much: if they give the belt to Page once, they will give it to him again down the road.
So you're calling Page Stingish?
I think I'm calling Adam Page a personal AEW product that
Like-
they're
like
going
Sting.
to. No, Sting is a WCW and WWE Hall of Famer.
But you know what I mean.
But Page, if you really think about Adam Page has not truly been a world champion with Vince. He's not truly been anything anywhere. This, to me,
Right.
is unlike Kenny Omega, unlike Chris Jericho,
Right.
unlike John Moxley.
Sure.
This is a real AEW product.
That's why I said Sting.
that's why
right?
I said that
Sting
he'll-
was the WCW
Right.
homegrown product.
But I don't see
Guy
him as
would
a. Yes, I understand what
you
you get.
You get my point?
Yes, but yeah, I do. But I don't think that Page will ever be in the same vein as.
I got you. I'm
If
not
that's
trying to
why I
say
was
he'll
like,
be a
thro-
Sting.
no,
I
I know
understand.
you're not. But that's why I was thrown off by that
So-
comparison.
What are you picking?
I think Adam Page is going to win a belt. I think it's about time. Would not understand if he didn't. Would I recommend it behind the scenes on a business level? Like, let's say I'm at the decision-making committee. I'd say, no effing way. Leave the belt on Kenny.
Thank you. I agree.
You know what I mean? But as a fan who's been watching forever, this feels like the time. If they don't do it, and don't forget, I don't make predictions. I don't
Right.
try to guess script writers.
Right.
I'm
Thank
not.
you.
This is not Jets Giants.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yep.
But that's what I think is going to basically should happen as a fan who's been watching forever. If I'm running the business, the belt stays with Kenny.
I think if I'm Tony Khan,
Yeah.
and I know I promised Page the belt probably at some point. He was the heir apparent. I think you have to rethink it and say, you know what? I hate to say it, but I got to go with the WWE guy, and Danielson's got to be the guy to take the belt because that's the one that may attract the ratings I need.
Now, if you wanted to change Tony Khan's mind to keep him to stay with Adam Page, and you have some passion and a brain in your head, what I would do is just say to him 2 words, Roman Reigns. And have him look at me all confused, and I would say, don't you remember when Roman Reigns was no one? Vince pushed him, put belts on him, never cared how many people on the internet were going, what are you doing? He stinks! Put the belt on this guy! Put the belt on that guy! It's not the same. I'm not comparing them that
No,
way.
I got
But
you.
what I'm getting at is you'll create, with time and patience, your own identifiable world heavyweight champion for your company.
So that is a wonderful.
So you can always run and do the WCW thing and do the same thing. Here you go, Bryan Danielson.
Right.
Here you go,
But
CM
here-
Punk. Here you
here-
go.
but that-
at some point, you have to create your own world champion if you ever really want to do something.
That is a fantastic point.
Otherwise, you're just WCW.
That's a
And we all know how that
that's
worked
a
out.
fantastic point. But the issue we have here
Is
the
Adam
du-
Page is
well,
not
no, the
Stone
W-
Cold Steve Austin.
the WWE had the
platform.
grace to be able to take their time with Roman
Because they had
Reigns.
the already established
AEW
platform.
does
Right.
not have, that time. I'm telling you, the ratings are falling.
Right.
It's becoming just another TNA. And I'm
I
sorry.
don't agree with that
the
yet.
hard, the
don't agree with
hardcore
that yet.
AEW fan that fills their one night a week
It's heading there, but-
event
yeah,
is not going to make them money.
right.
And you know what? I'm
Not on a-
sorry.
not on a
even,
Vince level, of
even
course not.
As much as passionate as you are, Tony Khan, about professional wrestling,
Right.
as much money as Daddy's got,
Yeah.
Daddy worked really hard for that money.
Yeah.
And sooner or later, we've said it before, gonna have to pull a plug on this one. Right. All right, I'm sorry, but Daddy, please, no, we're not gonna give away my hard-earned money to a bunch of guys who fake wrestle.
But you put that running back when the other one went down. You suck, Dad.
Well, there
That's
you go.
kind of fucking funny.
There you go.
Yep.
So we're split on this. Then you're saying go
we're not
with Paige.
split on
so
this.
I'm saying they're keeping the belt.
I'm telling you,
around.
I'm split. As a fan, it feels like the right time, but as a business person, I would be going no way.
But who do you think they're gonna go? I mean, it's leaves still up for options.
Again,
right?
it feels like Adam's going to win the belt. It does. It feels like Adam Page is going to win the belt.
Does it bother you either which way it goes?
As a wrestling fan, I would love to see Adam Page win that belt.
As a wrestling fan,
Yeah.
Becky beats Charlotte or Charlotte beats Becky. Are you upset?
Yeah.
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 If Adam Page loses to Omega or Omega beats Adam Page, are you upset?
I'm not upset with either way that match goes.
There, my friend,
Is the
lies
difference.
the problem.
That's the difference. Of
you know,
course.
so as much as people want to be passionate about
Right.
their AEW wrestling,
Right.
the majority, and by the way, it's funny, the demographic for the WWE, 50 to 55, 56 years old. Interesting, right?
Yeah.
AEW champion Dr. Britt Baker against Ty Conti.
Okay.
What are you going with?
I'm a little bit fuzzy with this one, but I don't think they should take the belt off Britt.
I don't think that's even
And
going to be
let's
discussed.
let's just move on because Britt should win that damn match to the end.
It's-
But this Conti, I don't know. We'll see.
Why,
but
really?
Wow. It's not my opinion. I hear these people. You know, then again, it's just people. Whatever. You know. You got to go with
this
Britt.
is probably the second best match of the night because
Okay.
the first one we're not covering yet. And it's funny, your
right.
championship match isn't even in the top 3 best matches.
Gotcha. Very interesting. Okay. I think
Brian
that's going to be a
Danielson
killer
against
match,
Miro
by the way. Paige
in the
and,
final championship eliminator tournament. The winner gets a shot at the belt. So again, I'll go back. Kenny Omega beats Hangman Adam Page. Hangman Adam Page falls down the ladder. Terrible thing. But then you got Wednesday night, Danielson, Omega for the title.
Yep.
But then again, you want to start giving away that stuff for free yet again.
Right.
Just for ratings.
boy, this is
WCW, Eric Bischoff.
Yeah.
They're in quite the dilemma. They are in people.
And people don't think so. Oh, wow, they're doing great. They're going to show Vince. They're going to. Don't you see it's repeating itself? Whatever, man. What are you going to do?
Miro Danielson. Who's going to win that one?
Danielson. Brian Danielson should win that match. I mean, what? Miro's going to really win that match? If he does, okay. Wow, you really fooled me. But that's.
All right, we only got about another minute. CM Punk, Eddie Kingston.
CM Punk. Phil's killing him.
Going to be a good match?
Yeah, it'll be a good match, but Phil's winning.
I'm not a big Kingston fan.
Yeah, you know, it's funny too with the big ranting and raving that the shooting and the yelling at each other and all that other stuff. I'm like, it's still pre-ejaculation. CM Punk's winning a match. I mean, what do you think? Eddie Kingston's pinning CM Punk, and if he does again, what's the fucking booking smoking anyway? So, I mean,
right.
what the hell?
And of course,
How the hell does Tony get? Tony's calling you all the time. Now he's invading the show.
I'm messing around with my computer and I screwed up.
Oh, excellent.
All right, well,
very good.
Send people away. AEW, SmackDown, and don't forget tomorrow night.
Yeah.
PG-13, 2-hour interview.
You've been watching This Week in Pro Wrestling. Until next week when we get to episode 17. Wow, we're still counting.
Yep.
Later.